Imagine this. One of the United States' closest allies, Denmark, watching American troops crossing frozen tundra toward Greenland. While Europe declares sanctions, NATO trembles, and soccer fans worry about the World Cup. This isn't sci-fi. It's a geopolitical nightmare scenario that could reshape global alliances forever. In 2019, then-President Trump joked about buying Greenland. Fast forward to today. Contentious debate over U.S. influence in Greenland has sparked huge diplomatic backlash. Even threats of tariffs and protests under the slogan, "Greenland is not for sale." If the U.S. actually invaded Greenland, the consequences would be catastrophic globally, politically, and economically. Greenland is Danish territory. Denmark is a founding NATO member. For the United States, also a core NATO member, to attack Greenland would pit alliance members against each other. Experts warn this could fracture or even destroy NATO, because Article 5 didn't anticipate a member attacking another. Europe might be forced to choose between defending territorial integrity or confronting the US, its most powerful partner. Some analysts say such a conflict could end the NATO alliance as we know it. It'd be like the Avengers turning on Captain America, but with more tanks and fewer witty one-liners. A military invasion would shatter trust. Denmark, the EU, and other nations would likely impose massive sanctions, lock out US goods, and derail key trade deals, including a pending US-EU trade agreement. And let's not forget, the European Union is a huge market. Disrupting trade could cripple the global economy, spark supply chain chaos, and even affect your neighborhood products. Imagine Walmart's aisle empty, but worldwide. Annexing territory by force is illegal under the UN Charter. Greenland's autonomy is protected under Danish law, and most Greenlanders oppose any forced takeover. Even without full independence, their right to self-determination is recognized internationally. An invasion would be seen as a throwback to 19th century colonialism, and it could give China and Russia propaganda leverage in the Arctic. Greenland isn't just ice, it's strategic. The Arctic has rare earth minerals, potential oil and gas reserves, and military advantages like missile tracking. The US already runs Pituffik Space Base there. But experts warn that aggressive US action would undermine its own security, losing allies and creating a vacuum that rivals might exploit. Here's a twist. Canada and the US are co-hosts for the FIFA World Cup. An invasion involving allied countries would likely derail the tournament. Teams from Europe might boycott, sponsors could pull out, travel advisories would halt fan movement and flights. Back inside the US, the political fallout would be enormous. Protests, legal challenges, economic panic, and a legitimacy crisis in Congress. Meanwhile, the rest of the world would likely see the US as a rogue power. Tonight, the US invades, but also loses soft power points. So what really would happen if the United States invaded Greenland? NATO could fracture, global trade would collapse, international law would be tested, Arctic geopolitics would shift. Even the FIFA World Cup could be collateral damage. In short, a global crisis unlike anything in modern history. What's your prediction? Could this actually happen? Or is it too crazy to be true? Comment below and subscribe for more eye-opening videos from Fact Vault.